Well, good morning, and what a pleasure it is to be here. I'm Marge Pearson, and I'm here to welcome you all to the Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma, those in person today and those online. And good morning to those of you online. Our musicians today are Benny Yangco on the clarinet, and our special musical guest is Karen Ann Plonsky. Our audiovisual team is Erik, Perrohe, and I'm seeing Max Ebersole up there taking the helm. Our practitioners today are Bev Holland and Susan Blake, holding high watch or consciousness in the back. Thanks to our greeters, Ty and Patrice, they're the ones smiling in the back, and also to Jack for coordinating our coffee services today. And our speaker today is Rev Jim Boone, practitioner. I want to tell you a little bit more about the Center for Spiritual Living. We are an inclusive, welcoming, and heart-centered community. And as I said, if you're new today and if you're comfortable raising your hand, please do so we can welcome you. Any new people? Okay. Well, I'm going to clap my hands to everybody that's here today. So let's take a moment to remember who we are and what we believe. The Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma is a peaceful, loving, and joyful spiritual community with a shared set of values, principles, and practices. We embody an understanding of our oneness with Source. We are committed to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence on the planet. Our vision is to create a world that works for everyone. We help to empower you to bring your dreams to life. We do this together through practicing meditation and prayer, offering a spiritual home, teaching universal spiritual principles, giving consciously, living in the present moment, engaging in a life of service, and providing a pathway of peace to our minds. A couple of announcements. Tripod is here this coming Friday, September 20th at 7 o'clock. Destiny City Music is here next Sunday, September 22nd at 2 p.m., and the theme is Global Strings. And I'm going to leave off with letting Laura Lee Bentel come up to talk about her class. Just one other little thing. Practitioners will be back in the prayer room after services holding a prayer circle. So please join them if you need a prayer. They're also available during the week, and their contact information is on the website. And so I'd like to introduce Laura Lee Bentel. So good to see you.
Good morning, CSL family.
Good morning.
Warm wishes from Mesa, Arizona, and it's so good to be back where the liquid sunshine just brings us joy and growth and mildew and mushrooms. And I love it. I love y'all here. You know, Laura Lee Bentel, I come from the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Nation, and this class is right up my avenues because I have all my life wanted to bring and help assist others find the sunlight of the Spirit, find their true nature that I know that shines in each and every one of you. So I am putting on Self-Mastery, Exploring True Self. And I'm so excited to be able to do this. We're going to do it by Zoom. It is going to start October 8th. It's in your flyer. Steve Potts, another practitioner, will be helping me also. But I wonder, how many are you asking, what are the benefits of this class, Laura Lee?
What are the benefits of this class, Laura?
I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
You know, as I was thinking about this and what I've benefited of myself finding that true nature, I have been able to have a new awareness, not only of myself, but of others around me. And the most, I've been able to maintain an emotional balance, an emotional intelligence, you might say. I try not to have my neck open and things fall out nowadays. So I try to do the 3 Ps. I pause, I pray, and I proceed. And sometimes proceeding is just not doing anything. But you're getting in touch of that true self of yours. So it's not only physical, mental, but it's a spiritual self that I'm praying and knowing that this class will bring to each and every one of you who sign up, because with you all doing it too together, we learn from each other. I will gain more information from people in classes than you'll ever know. And what I think I'll do, because I wrote down like 3 pages of things that it will do, dismiss negative judgment. Oh my goodness, how many of you have negative thoughts? Hello, how would you like to dismiss them? So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give my dear sister over here, Leslie, a little gym every week to have announced, because I will be here for till the 25th. And then I will go down and be in 90-degree weather instead of 110 for 100 days straight. Whatever, huh? I love you. Thank you for listening.
Okay. I just want to really quickly say, for those who don't know what a practitioner is, are people that have studied a way to concentrate your mental abilities to create what you want in your life, basically. We call it a form of prayer or treatment. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's the consciousness that your mind is a powerful generative mechanism for your entire experience. And practitioners have studied that, worked with it. We as ministers have done that, plus gone to ministerial school as well. But could our practitioners raise their hands? We have 2 here. We have Bev and Laura Lee. We have Ona in the back. And we have Susan Blake, who's one of our newest ones. See these people, talk to them. Learn how to use this power. They meet in the prayer room afterwards, but just find out about how you might harness this yourselves, because it's not just for them, it's for everyone. We all have this ability. So the classes that we offer also help magnify that ability for you. So consider taking classes. Come see us if you need help, financial help, or whatever. We can work with that. So don't let that be a barrier to your own educational growth and your own enlightenment. That's what this is all about. It's creating community in a world that thrives in harmony. That's real. That's what we're really doing right here. And that's what you're part of. And that's just lovely. So practitioners are there, classes are there. On the 29th, we're going to have a kind of informational session about classes and what they look like. So if you want to stick around after service, I know Ken has been letting many of you know. Thanks, Ken, if you're out there. He's a little sick today, so we're sending him love and well wishes. But come and join us and find out more about what is education in this whole movement look like. It's a powerhouse, and it really helps tons of people. So I know it's changed my life in ways that I can't even express. I'm standing before you today, whole and healthy, because I did this path, because I walked this path. That's a fact, and you can too. All right, Joyfull Noise, here we go. Leslie, would you come up for a second? Am I looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again? Okay, just want to make sure I'm right. Joyfull Noise is this incredible event that we have coming up. It's a 3-day, 3-night concert, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 25, 26, 27. And we are looking at ways to reach out to the community and get them involved. And you can see we already have a number of sponsors who've been part of this, and we're going to announce more today. We're going to keep announcing it, and that is going to fill up that little sponsor wall. And then what we can do is, Leslie will come and talk to you about selling tickets. Why are we on this? Why is this so important? Because this is a transcendent opportunity to imminently bring people here. And what that means is reach out and let people know we're here. Think of yourselves. Think how you feel when you walk in here. Think of the love and acceptance and compassion. That is what our world needs. And that is what we can do by laying that invitation out there to other people. A concert series like this is a very easy entry point for people to find out. We're not about religious trauma. We can heal people from that. We're about open spirituality, inclusiveness in all races and colors and creeds and religions. It's all good. But they need to know we're here. So when you do that, you're offering healing. It's a way to get people involved. So sponsors and tickets are ways to reach out to the community. So without further ado, and with Pete making our joyful noise today on the drum, Pete Beresford, who's an acclaimed recording artist at Abbey Road Studios in London. Did you know that? All right. And that's real. So our first contestant on The Price is Right. No, so the sponsorship is right. For Joyfull Noise is Mr. Ty Minkler. Awesome. And there it is. All right. Thank you so much, Ty. We appreciate it. And our next, because I know the reason we're doing this is so we can excite you to be able to walk down that aisle with pride and joy, raising a joyful noise. So I'll talk about that in a second. All right. Ed and Darlene Green, come on down. We will love you. All right, now, having to take a quick break on the drums, we have Pete Beresford and the Gigster. All right, our next one is a woman you know well and we all love, Sharon Sterling. This is the walk of fame right here. You get to walk down and be famous. All right, now, they're not here today, so we'll place it in their honor. But Cindy Lakeman and Vicky Simones, if you're watching at home, we love you! Woo! Thank you, Pete. Thank you guys very much. So here's our goal. Our goal is to fill this board up and have it overflowing. And all you have to do is just get one person. And Cindy said it beautifully. Ask your dentist. Ask the place where you eat breakfast. Ask your barber. I'm asking all those for me. Your real estate agent. A friend who owns a business. Someone local. And it's a very easy. There are packets available that Leslie can have. You can describe it. Many of you already have them. All you got to do is ask. Here's the thing. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. And it's just asking that question, open that invitation up, because this is a growing body of love. And that's what we're doing to make the world work. So think about, if you all brought one in, think about what we could do, how it would grow exponentially. So we're going to keep going with this every week, and we're going to fill that board up, and then we're going to have a great concert. So right now, Liz is going to come up and talk to you about tickets. In your program is something about your tickets as well. So we need to get sponsors, and we need to come. So Leslie, come on down.
Thank you, Reverend Drew. I'm so happy to be here. I'm the director of operations at the center, and it's such an honor to have a role like that because I can work with so many different people and bring so much joy to be part of all the joy and love that people get to experience here. So when I woke up this morning, I'm an early riser. It occurred to me, it's still dark. And I was really sad. But I know how I can refill that joy cup, and that's with a joyful noise. That will refill your joy cup to get you through the winter. So I'm really excited about this event coming up. It was so much fun last year. Now, all the programs today have a ticket flyer. You can scan the QR code to go to the ticket purchasing site, or you can go to our website, csltacoma.org. If you're not real comfortable doing online stuff, you can pick up a paper ticket purchase from me, and we can do it the old-fashioned pen and paper way. Okay? I'm happy to help you. So there's the tickets, and then sponsors. We have a couple of packets left. I do have a supply of just the sponsor application form. So again, if you're not comfortable or somebody that you go to is not comfortable doing it online, I'm happy to receive a paper filled out with all their information, and I can process it that way. Oh. Now, tickets and sponsorships are not the only way you can be a part of this wonderful event. We could use some loving volunteers to do a variety of fun activities associated with this event. set up people, help people, food service, check in people coming in, so you're checking tickets. What was that? Guest experience.
That's right.
And if you just want to come and help, you can do anything that we need help in. If you come and help as a volunteer, you get a free ticket for that night's event. Just for coming and being part of the crew. So isn't that exciting? You can listen to the music and talk to people and have a great time. And the shifts are pretty manageable. Just because you come in for food service doesn't mean you're down there for 3 hours. They're short shifts so that you don't get burned out. So think about that. I'll be sending around a volunteer sign-up form. So if you're interested, I'll start gathering names, and we'll have a meeting in a couple of weeks to start talking about roles and who wants to do what. I think I'm done here.
You did great. You did
All
great.
right, come to a Joyfull Noise. It's so fun, so fun. Okay.
I will say, get your tickets now. We sold out last year.
That's right.
So you don't want to miss your opportunity to be part of it, and get your neighbors and friends to come as well. Okay, gratitude. In your program are little slips of gratitudes. You can slip them into the collection plate if you wish to. I'm going to read some because we always love to celebrate in gratitude. This one says, a new kitty, a new friend, a new washing machine, and the support received for all the above from the universe. I love it. Not giving up. Embracing my interests without fear of judgment. Isn't that great? Loving myself more, loving life more, and being happy. I'm grateful for the family that I have been blessed here with and at home. I'm grateful for the smiles and hugs I get here every Sunday. My healthy heart, my wonderful community. A chance to rest and enjoy friends. I'm grateful that all things work for our greatest good. That's powerful. A garden producing enough pumpkins for my nieces and nephews. Spirit, divine power, the beauty of nature, and all the above. This person wrote, Drew, you are a rock star. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you very much. You're all rock stars. Not settling for less, healthy boundaries, self-love, and enjoying the little things in life and happiness. And someone actually wrote, a joyful noise. All right, let's all make a joyful noise. Say, woo! All right, there we go. Now let's have some great music and a wonderful service.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, nice to see you all today. Hello. Hi. Nice to be with you today. Hope you enjoy the song. Feel free to chime in and sing along with me if you like. I think this is a when you like. That's not the song, but that's okay. I can still look pretty. Here we go. We're doing Morning is Broken, by the way. In case you haven't noticed. Broken, you know, the record's kind of broken. All right. You got that. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness, I just love that song. I hope you do too. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Bev, not Mona. But Mona will be here, next week probably. She was a little under the weather today, so our prayers go out to her. The reading today is entitled, I Am Calm and Peaceful. This is from Ernest Holmes, our founder. I know that the changeless abides within me. I am calm and peaceful in the midst of confusion. I know that nothing disturbs the soul. Peace, infinite peace, is at the center of my being. I live, move, and have my being in that which is perfect, complete within itself. That self is myself. There is continual interesting variety in my experience, but it bows from and is an expression of life at the center of my being, which is always harmonious in its action. I invite you to close your outer eyes with me and just know the truth. The truth is, no matter what is going on in the outer world, we still always have that ability and occasion to say, I want to be calm, I want to be meditative, I want to be peaceful. And this can become a mantra. I want to be calm, I want to be meditative, I want to be peaceful. That you can take with you throughout the day and say it as many times as you need to be calm, to absolutely be calm. We believe that the energy of spirit is absolutely everywhere. It is in us, around us, through us, and through every single person and sentient being on earth. And even some things that appear to be inanimate, like rocks. They are teeming with electrons, just like the rest of us. And so Ernest recognized this, and I speak from my heart, knowing that this day is calm and peaceful because I declare it so. And I have love in my heart. And I release it into the law, where it is done and it is so, and so it is.
I really hope you like this one. I'm gonna try it. Every inch of me is trembling, but not from the cold. Something is familiar, like a dream I can reach but not quite hold. I can sense you there, like a friend I've always known. I'm arriving, and it feels like I am home. You have secrets too, but you don't have to hide. Show yourself, I'm dying to meet you. Show yourself. This is terrible. I'm so sorry. This part isn't bad. I don't know what happened to the key and change. Here, can we try this one more time, please? I'm so sorry. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. But actually, Hello, everyone. We all make mistakes. Hi. Thank you. I'm someone who's just fallen flat on her face. Joyful noise, because that happens to the best of us, right? Hi, my name's Karen. I'm falling on my face. Yeah, so this was a song that I sing really well at karaoke, right? Who doesn't sing great at karaoke? Right? Okay. But I can try that over again. Usually I have an earpiece in my ear telling me when to come on in. And this is the first time I'm singing the song without an earpiece in my ear, so I'm not sure when my cues are. So I apologize for that. That being aside, if you'd like to hear it again, we'd like to hear something else a cappella. Because I can just as easily, I was Maria in The Sound of Music, and I can just as easily do an a cappella song of like The Sound of Music or something, if you'd like to hear that. Want to hear that instead? All right. Okay. All right, how about this one? Or do a dream is a wish dream is a wish your heart makes. Take a pick. Sound of Music or Dream is a Wish? Dream is a wish? Okay. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come shining through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you just keep believing, the dream that you wish will come true. Thank you.
So I just want to mention that when we are real and authentic, no matter what happens, we love even greater. So that was just beautiful, Karen. There's absolutely no feeling but love there. And as I've quoted before I introduced Jim, they've done some really great studies on that. And they did a study with speakers. And the one came up and was all perfect and prim and proper and had the notes and said it perfectly and got down and the audience collapsed. And this guy got up as part of the subject study and spilled his notes everywhere and had to pick them up and spilled coffee on himself and messed up a few lines, but gave a speech from the heart. And who did the audiences universally like the best? The second speaker. So that means that we are letting go of everything and embracing, and that song was just perfect. It was absolutely perfect. So it's beautiful. Now, we get another treat of Rev Jim Boone. Jim Boone is a force for good. He does many great things in the community. I've gotten to know him well over the past 6 months or so, and he has his own kind of ministry that he maybe will tell you a little bit about that helps with some people that are aging, and it's really lovely. So without further ado, let's welcome the amazing Jim Boone to the stage. Rev Jim Boone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living. Aren't we centered on spiritual living here? Yes. Centered on it. That's what I'm here for today. I hope you're here for the same thing. I hope you're in the right place. I hope you're in the intended place today. My name is Reverend Jim Boone. You can just call me Jim. I'm not into the big titles thing. And I am a minister in what's called a faith community called Centers for Spiritual Living. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this phenomenon? The title of my talk this morning is Om Shanti Om. Does anybody know what the translation of that is? Peace. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. It's a greeting. It's a blessing. And, you know, in our teaching, It's a goal. It's a goal. May peace be with you. Now, in this month of peace, where you can participate in all sorts of things, throughout the year and in this month, you can participate in peace songs. You can take part of, world chant and world peace prayer. There's all sorts of things you can do. And I think we should do these things, shouldn't we? Yeah. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what you should be or should do, of course, but that word should can have a positive meaning. And I think, when we're thinking about the important questions of our lives, to me, the important question of my life is, how does life work? How does all this work? What do I want? And what's next? What's mine? What's mine that's next to do? And this whole thing of peace, I really started off in our teaching, and this is back in November of 2014. I started off with kind of a disagreement, kind of like, really? Seriously? When I was taking Beyond Limits, anybody remember that class? We got Foundations, we got Beyond Limits, they call it different things. Our teacher, and one of my teachers, the Right Reverend Colette Mercier, who Reverend Drew knows very well, she had us just go down the list of our beliefs. And we have a good list. We don't have commandments in religious science and science of mind, but we do have some lists. And in the list of what we believe that Ernest Holmes himself, our founding teacher, wrote, number 5, the word peace is not in it, but it's about peace, I think. And this is the one I struggled with. The ultimate goal of life is to be, we believe that the ultimate goal of life is to be complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. You know what I thought at the time? Really? Seriously? Did this Ernest Holmes dude, did he ever pick up a history book? Does he know what's going on in the world? I mean, supposedly this guy studied all these things and integrated and then derived the principles of life, the things that we want to know about, how life works spiritually. He derived all these things, and this is what he's saying. And I do believe that. And it's not because I've found a study that says peace is the way. It's not because I believe that somebody else told me that peace is the way, and thus that must be so. But I think we all live it in our lives, and I've found my tools, just as you have found your tools, and just as there are more tools for you, there are more spiritual technologies to bring us into a state of peace, a state of coherence, a state of resonance with ourselves every day. And I guess the message that I want to bring to you today, that's probably something you already know. I know you already know this. So I'm just saying it out loud. The path to peace in this world is through you. The gift of peace you give to yourself is the gift of peace you give to the world. And so I'm just going to talk about a few small things. I'm going to do a brief experience with you, and I'm going to tell you about a peace practice that has worked for me. Not that it's what I think you should do, but I struggled coming to this. And I found something that really works well for me. And I'm going to talk about a brief study. All right, we're going to have a little science in this here this morning. All right, so do we know what that peace is? Now, we want peace to be, we often get to pray for peace as practitioners because people want to be at peace. They're struggling with something. They're in anguish about something. They're worried about something. They're triggered by the things in the world. And so we come to this, and I think it's not a peace that we can come through our minds alone. The Christian mystics spoke well of peace, I think, and what I'm trying to get to here. It's not the peace that I was trying to understand when I first read Holmes. The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds. Has anyone heard that before? It's Philippians 4:7, the Apostle Paul. And St. Teresa of Avila, not St. Teresa of Calcutta, but of Avila, she was a middle-aged Carmelite nun, a Catholic nun, and a prominent mystic, Christian mystic. Now imagine being a female mystic, spiritual leader in the Middle Ages. Holy cow, I can't, and we're still talking about her. But here's what she said, and I think this paints a picture of that peace which surpasses all understanding. My soul at once becomes recollected. And I enter a state of quiet, or that of rapture, so that I can use none of my faculties and senses. Everything is stilled, and the soul is left in a state of great quiet and deep satisfaction. That is the peace that surpasses all understanding. Because how could we be at peace when we know what is going on in the world? Is that possible? There are children dying right now of starvation. Can I be at peace with that? Should I be at peace with that? Well, it's beyond us. And it's in us at the same time. For we are the divine having a day today as us. The divine is walking through this world today as each one of us. And the power of that peace, the unreasonable and perfect power of that peace is in each and every one of us. We can be at peace with that. And the way to that peace, to bringing that peace to others, is to have that peace in ourselves with everything that's happening. It's not an ignorance. It's not a spiritual bypass. It's not an avoidance. It's a presence with all that is. It's a presence with what my mother called life's rich pageant. All the pain and pleasure and sorrow and success in it, the tragedy and the triumph, the suffering and the love. So, I would advocate, find your tools of peace. If you struggle with them, keep trying. It's worth it. Let's just do a brief experience, okay? Now here's a peace practice from India. Now the Om Shanti Om, that's from India. That's a Hindu phrase. Let's just make a sound together and see if that does anything, okay? So just breathe deeply. You're comfortable here. Breathe. Kind of an intentional in-breath through your nose. An intentional out-breath. Let maybe your belly flow a little bit. Let it relax a little bit. Let your diaphragm move. All that stuff that your body does. And what we're going to do here together, we'll do 3 of these. I'll do them first. We're going to make 3 sounds. 3 sounds. The first one is ah. Second one, oh. Third one, Okay? So we'll do that in one continuous out breath. We'll make those 3 sounds together. Let's do it 3 times. We'll just have just a brief silence. So first breath in. What happened there for you? Anybody? What do you notice? A quieting, definitely. Resonance is a great word. A stillness. A stillness is a great word.
Also relaxation.
Yes, your body relaxed, did it not? This is the simplest possible thing we can do is just make a meaningless sound to ourselves, and it brings us to this state of coherence and peace. Now, it's not world peace, but it is peace nonetheless. It is not just another brick in the wall, it is a brick in the temple of peace that we are trying to build. Is it not? So there are tools. My point with this one is, this is the simplest thing. I did one Google search, I looked at one thing, and that's amazing. It's not my practice. And I'm not saying it should be your practice, but I'm saying find and hone that daily practice. It could be anything. It could be anything. My mother, hers was cross-stitch. Does anybody do cross-stitch in here? I've never been able to have the patience for it. There's no way I could ever do that. It could be a memory. It could be a pet. It could be a walk. It could be journaling. We encourage meditation and affirmation. There's so many forms of meditation. It's crazy. The Buddhists are great at it. The one that's really good, I think, in this topic is the metta meditation. Has anybody heard of that? It's a meditation on wishing well of yourself and wishing well for the world. That is in line with how we think life works, is it not? We build that in ourselves, which we want to see in the world. We want a world that works for everyone. We build the first brick in ourselves. So I have a meditation practice that works, and I'm not saying it should be yours, but it's amazing. I have done this practice something like 2,700 times in the last, I don't know, it's going to be 4 years, the day after Christmas. 2,700 times. 900, something like 900 hours, 902 hours, something like, and this is funny, something like 300 or 350,000 times, I have said a meaningless sound in my mind. I haven't even said it out loud. I've said this meaningless sound in my mind. And what's funny, looking back at it, is I have zero regrets. Is there anything you've ever done and look back on and that you've done a lot? You say, well, I don't regret any of that. I wouldn't redo any of that. I wouldn't change my use of time. I didn't think about going to my to-do list. I didn't think I should have been doing something else. It brought me peace in my daily practice, in my life. So I struggled for decades to come to that. And I struggled with, of course, being me. I'm a perfectionist, which is, of course, the enemy of perfection. And so I was trying to do it right. I was trying to find the hardest way. I was trying, all these goofy things that I wanted to do. But I'm finally glad I found something that worked for me. And I know there is something that works for all of us here in this room. It worked for me, frankly. It's easy. It is the easy, they encourage, take it easy. I will tell you, there's lots of sleep in my meditation. There's lots of thinking about food in my meditation. There's lots of thinking about coffee and what I've got to do next. And there is lots of, you ever been in that in-between state when you're kind of between sleep and kind of between awake and the most bizarre things come through your mind? This is bringing you to peace. Your brain, and of course they do brain studies, they do brain scans, functional magnetic resonance imaging, and your brain changes. There are things that are happening here. So it is a very practical thing you can do to bring yourself to peace. And does this peace work in the world? I mean, how can this, sure, if you're at peace, you can argue that you're going to be more peaceful in your relationships, right? And if you're more peaceful in your relationships and peaceful in yourself, you're going to be more peaceful in your community. And if there are more people in the community that are at peace, then peace will grow. And then, in our countries and our world, that kind of makes sense. It's an additive thing, right? But I'm not talking about an additive thing as in we're sliding beans on an abacus here, right? I'm talking about, and what Ernest was talking about was something that's beyond that, of course. It's beyond just what we do. Our direct action is a part of it, but there's something larger that we resonate with together, and there's a coherence, a resonance, and the effect is much greater. So there's a study I want to talk about. It's a very simple study. It's a very simple study. And it's got a long title, it's like most things, but I'm going to read you the abstract of it, okay? So it was published in a journal called Psychology, Crime, and Law, all right? This is clearly a spiritual publication, right? And the title, I'll tell you, I found this abstract in a very spiritual place. An official website of the United States government, United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Programs, National Criminal Justice Reference Service Virtual Library. That's where I found this thing. So clearly, this is a place to go for your spiritual wisdom, right? 235,000 criminal justice resources in this library. And here's the title of the study that is in this day, an abstract is in this library. Maharishi Effect, a model for social improvement. Time series analysis of phase transition to reduced crime in Merseyside metropolitan area. Has anybody heard of this? Some of you might have heard. Yep, that John's got it. I'm telling you a story you already know, John. Be patient with me. So here's what it is. This is just the abstract. So the summary is, time series analysis was used to test the hypothesis that the crime rate in Merseyside, England, it's about 200 miles northwest of London, like kind of Liverpool area, it was reduced by a group practice of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's transcendental meditation. So I'm a transcendental meditator, so I can speak to this. I know what they're talking about. Previous research suggested that a phase transition, that means if you're in a domain or medium, something changes because when something else affects it, right? So phase transition. A phase transition to increased orderliness, evidenced by reduced crime, should occur when a group size approaches the square root of 1% of the population. Now, is this true? Is this real? Is this real? No, I actually read it was also the 1% of the population of the square root. I don't think the numbers are important right here. We're talking concepts here. But here's what the abstract is. Analysis of Merseyside monthly crime data and coherence group size. That's your meditation group size in this community. So the people in this community are meditating. Coherence group size from the data is from 1978 to 1991 showed that a phase transition occurred during March of 1988 with a 13.4% drop in crime when group size first exceeded the Maharishi effect threshold. So there were enough transcendental meditators in here. We said, okay, this number of people are meditating. Does anything change? Between 1988 and 1992, 255,000 less crimes in Merseyside occurred than would have been expected had Merseyside continued to follow the national crime trend. Demographic changes, economic variables, police practices, and other factors could not account for the reduced crime rate. In 1987, Merseyside had the third highest crime rate of the 11 largest metropolitan areas in England and Wales. Up to 1992, the Merseyside crime rate remained steady, in contrast to the national crime rate, which increased by 45%. So they went down by 13.4. The national crime rate went up by 45%. By 1992, it had the lowest crime rate, 40% below levels predicted by previous behavior in the series. Okay, we're religious scientists. This is our kind of science, isn't it? This is it. But is this true? Is this true? I believe it's true. I believe there's something here. There's something in making a meaningless sound out loud or to yourself. There's something there. Something happens. Something happens beyond what the practical implications of that are. And I think there's something here too. Now, there are plenty of people who debunk this, oppose this, say it's meaningless. And of course, with every study, more research is needed. And we have to duplicate the study. It's not been sufficiently duplicated, although there have been many studies similar since. But isn't the decision you have to make is whether this is true? I mean, aren't we all just telling ourselves stories all the time? We have to decide what we think is true. We have to decide how we think life works. And our teacher, Ernest Holmes, talked to this. What we believe, number 7. So our list of our core beliefs that he had, that he think that represent us. He said, we believe in the direct revelation of the truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. That's what we believe. So, can you hear the indwelling God when you're mad, or you're sad, or you're worried, or you're triggered, or you're impatient, or you're tired, or you're hungry, or you want coffee? You can find those tools. You probably already have those tools. Use those tools. They should be shiny and worn, shouldn't they? Aren't those great tools? These are the spiritual technologies that we talk about, that you hear from everyone here. So I would encourage you to bring peace to the world by finding your tools of tranquility every day. Be kind to yourself. That is being kind to the world. And of course, take action. There is injustice in the world. There is suffering in the world. There is conflict, there is war, there are people killing each other right now. We have to live with that. We have to be at peace with that. And we can act on that. Pray for peace. Support other people. Find ways to support other people. These are the peaceful actions we can take when we're at peace ourselves. So what I would say is be transfixed by tranquility. Be stuck in stillness. Stick yourself in stillness. Infect others with the infinite. Be a contagion of calm. Be part of the pandemic of peace. If you want peace in the world, the path to peace is through you. Raise the power of peace in this world. We talk about a grand arising. That's our theme this year. Raise that power of peace in the world. It begins with the gift of peace you give yourself. And so it is. Thank you.
All right, I know you all know this one, so please do chime in with me on this one here. And thanks for being so cool. You guys are such a great audience. I love this place. You know I do. I've been coming here since like 2014, but like seriously, you guys are the best. You're the best. Truly. Anytime. Thanks. I can see clearly now when the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Wait. There it goes. Okay. There we go. All right. And gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone. Phew. All of the bad feelings have disappeared, right? Here's that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. And look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here's that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Woo! Thank you all. Nice job. You're hired. Okay.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And thank you, Jim, so much for that reminder of peace within. That was beautifully done. Thank you. Bless you, all of
Thank you for what
you.
you said too, Drew. So true. We do fall on our faces sometimes. We're human.
It's good.
It's good.
All right. In fact, just reminding each other, reach out to your neighbor, high five. If you don't want to be touched, wave. If you want to hug, and say, we love you just as you are. All right. All right, let's come back. It's a healthy reminder. So we'll have our greeters. Our greeters can come forward. If our greeters would come forward. Ty, come on down. Sorry. That's healthy to do, really healthy to do. That kind of love and acceptance is what our world needs more than anything. So, let's take our blessings in our hand, knowing that it's spreading peace from within to without, all in ways we give. And we'll say our blessing as we hold this in our hearts and minds. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I am, and all that I receive. With infinite gratitude, so it is.
I invite you to close your outer eyes with me again, to know the truth. The truth is that God, Spirit, infinite divine intelligence is absolutely everywhere. It lives within us. We are able to say yes to that same God that we used to pray to, that is now inside us. That is our understanding. We absolutely know that this is true. And whether you have a healing need that is physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, or just need to calm down, I know that this is always available to you. And it is available to all of us. Saying yes to Spirit is what starts the ball rolling. That's how we know that it is all for our good. And so I'm so grateful knowing these truths today. And I release it into the universal law where I know it is done, and it is so, and so it is.
So we'll do release. We'll do release and let go. Here we go.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here alone. No more trouble, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Be peace, create peace, live in peace.